First, the first people in history and the first book in history to ever suggest or say that a God forgives is the Torah in the Jewish people.
I mean, the concept of forgiveness is very foreign.
It didn't exist.
It's unnatural.
Among the pagans, it did not exist. There is no such thing as mercy, compassion, and forgiveness among the gods of the Mesopotamians, the Egyptians. They didn't have it. No way. Everything is according to how nature pretty much worked.
No, forgiveness is beyond reason.
Now you can understand when Moshe Rabbeinu asks God, make known to me your ways. You know why he says this to him? He didn't know. Nowhere before does God say, I forgive. Look at scripture from Bereshit until Parashat Kitisa, the little Exodus, right? Nowhere does it say, God says, I forgive, I'm forgiven. It doesn't say this. This is part of the revelation. Not at the revelation at Sinai, okay, the first revelation, but this is a revelation for Moshe to share with the Jewish people, and it becomes part of the covenant. That's part of the revelation.
The whole idea of forgiveness itself.
Forgiveness and merciful and patient and long, it's okay, I'll give you another chance. That is part of the revelation of the covenant. This is something no one knew. Again, even Moshe Rabbeinu, he didn't know.
Well, yeah. It goes against.
It's one thing, you see, there's one thing that the Torah says God forgives, okay? And there's another thing when the Torah says God puts away. God as if ignores it.
Okay.
Right? Because what does Moshe Rabbeinu say to God when the Jewish people did the golden calf?
It says a lot.
No. He says, if you don't forgive the Jewish people, if you don't forgive them, right? But what's the language? Moshe Rabbeinu doesn't say, if you don't forgive them. Tisa. What's laset in Hebrew?
Carry.
To carry.
To carry.
See that? But forgiveness is, I'm not carrying. It's over. It's over. It's done. That is the revelation that people didn't know. And that revelation of forgiveness is based on God's mercy and compassion. Why didn't, the same thing with Abraham Avinu. Abraham Avinu never said to God, please forgive them. He just says, can you spare them?
Can you spare them?
But not forgive them.
Right.
Because in the same way how a king can spare a subject, this was not known. This is revolutionary. The Torah is revolutionary. Revolutionary from beginning to end with its ideas to humanity. Nothing comes close at all. This is revolutionary, that God is compassionate and God forgives.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what to say about it. I know there's nothing. It's one of the hardest things to do.
What do you mean?
To forgive is also extremely difficult. To ask for forgiveness.
What do you need for both?
Humility.
Humility. That's the key.
It is the key. But humility, honesty, honesty is probably the hardest pill to swallow at the end of the day.
You know what? Even when it comes to honesty, you need humility more.
It starts
Because even
starts
though
with
you know
that.
the guy did you bad and you're being honest, okay, you forgive. Okay, it doesn't mean that you're going to be dumb and naive next time. You might, be more careful. Okay, that's fine. But without humility, you cannot forgive and you cannot be forgiven. You can't.
No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Nope.
I
That's
mean,
why, that's why anava, humility, is the most important trait
yeah.
that the Torah tells us about. And the worst trait is arrogance to have. Those are two extremes that all good traits stem from humility, all evil traits stem from arrogance.
Yeah.
Those are core.
Okay. Now I want to go deeper in this part of the anava and then forgiveness, asking for forgiveness, and then the one that says, yes, you are forgiven. Well, anava on both sides. So on the one hand, when you have to ask for forgiveness, it really falls in line with Rosh Hashanah because it requires you to take into account of the actions that you committed.
You're judging yourself.
You're judging yourself. Yes. You're reflecting. You're acknowledging what you did wrong, and you're open enough to say that I'm going to take this next step of now asking this person who I wronged, and I'm willing to admit and acknowledge that I wronged them, and ask them, please spare me. Not even spare me. Please forgive me, so we can move on. And then the flip of it is, the person who is receiving the forgiveness and he decides whether he wants to forgive or not.
Yeah.
Right?
They have all the power.
They have all the power, they have all the leverage.
Mm-hmm.
And they can just say, nope, I have to try again, or nope, you're not getting it from me. But it requires them to say, okay, I'll let it go. Let's move on.
What's the best way? What's the best when a person has the power to forgive? What is the best way for the person to reflect and think and make a decision?
What is the best way?
Yeah. What's the best thing to think about and say, okay, most likely I'm going to forgive?
I mean, my head's going to like kids,
Kids?
Like no, I'm thinking like future consequences.
No. You're thinking
too broad.
Too broad, yeah.
Okay.
Think of all the mistakes you made.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Think how flawed one is, and say, how can I not forgive this guy who's flawed? I'm also flawed.
So
I also wronged people. I also wronged God.
Right.
And if they're really sincere.
So that's the key, right? How do you judge sincerity?
But look at it this way.
Right.
Even if they're semi-sincere, isn't it better for you to move on?
Yeah.
At the end of the day?
Oh, yeah.
By the way, you're not only doing them good, you're doing yourself good
a
more.
Massive favor. Oh,
yeah.
You can.
You move on.
It's very easy. The amount of energy it takes to continue to be resentful and bitter and frustrated after. Oh, it drains you. It's all you. It consumes you.
It's what we say that person is living in your head.
Yeah. Free rent, right?
Yeah. Move on.
Free rent.
Yeah. Is it difficult sometimes? Yes. Sometimes is it financially because the person stole, he shafted me? Yes. Is it sometimes difficult because they insulted me in public? Yeah. No one said it's not difficult.
Right.
No one said it's not. Okay? However, is it better for me to say, I'm moving on? I'm not going to allow that person or that thing to hold back who I am. Because if I am, then I'm thinking too much of me, of myself, and my ego.
It requires strength, in a way.
Huh?
It requires a certain level of strength.
Enormous strength to do this.
Right?
Yeah. But it's something that you need to train yourself to.
Yeah.